Hello, everybody. I'm intuitive numerologist Sue Coffin here with my friend and mentee, Adrianna. And we have been discussing gift giving by numbers. Yeah, how much fun is that? When you get confused and you don't know what to get somebody, if we look at the energy of the birthday, which is their natural talents and abilities, it gives us a little insight of what they might be interested in. We were just saying, like in an office, if you have those parties, those holiday parties, and you grab that name, you have a clue. We would know that the number 5 would probably like a box of candy, chocolates, right? Yeah,
Yes.
Little things like that. So this is our 3rd podcast. If you haven't seen the other 2 that we've been working on, and this is going to take us through birthday 7, 8, and 9. And on the 7th birthday, it would be on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th. And that's because we take the double digit numbers, we add those together to get that single number. All right, let's go. Let's do this one. So number 7, these are 7, 8, and 9. If anybody hasn't listened to any of the other podcasts, or is Adrianna's favorite numbers. So she's on top of this one. So how do you look at the number 7, Adrianna?
7 is an energy that needs a lot of time to itself, or the person needs a lot of time to themselves. A studious kind of energy. 7 likes to explore their mind. Like 5 likes to explore the world. 7 likes to explore their inner world.
Right.
So even if it's something they're interested in, they're going to be that person they're going to know that thing. If it's 100 things they're interested in, they're going to know 100 things.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
7 is it's a reserved kind of energy too. But I think 7 just likes to be left alone. I don't think there's much outside effort that needs to be made with 7. I think 7 needs to be assured that it's okay. You're allowed to be by yourself. You're allowed to have this space, this time. Yeah.
They specialize. So if you know what they specialize in or what their interest is, anything to do with that. For instance, I have 7 energy. My specialty is numerology. So anything to do with that, or spirituality. You too. You have the 7 energy. So you're 7 can be very spiritual, or it can also be agnostic. They don't believe. So you have to but you would know that by rights if you were with this person a lot. Metaphysical sciences is big for a lot of 7s.
Yeah. Even so just science.
Yes, that's correct. Science, math, religion, philosophy, technology. There's one other one. But anyway, that's what we focus on. And why? Because there's always stuff to learn, but you got to dig, you got to investigate, you got to research, you got to use your mind. And the 7, the mind is one of its greatest assets, but it's also extremely intuitive. So 7s have a hard time not over analyzing their intuition.
Because it's not just surface level with 7. It's a lot deeper. So even if it's with a relationship, they're going to analyze that relationship, like what's going on here.
Right. So what would you buy? What would you buy me, Adrianna?
This is a hard one.
Is it?
I think it's a hard one. I'm like, okay, so I would get, especially somebody who I see is being pulled in a bunch of different directions, I would get them a class, a course, something.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That requires you to sit down. It creates that time and space for you. Books, definitely.
Right.
Journaling, a journal or something, but maybe a guided journal. Definitely a guided journal, something that makes your mind think on a certain topic, but really just explore that topic.
Yeah.
Again, like a spa day or something I would get for 7. If I had the money, a retreat or something, a 3-day getaway, but more in that religious kind of lane, even if it's
Spiritual.
not religious. Yeah,
Right,
spiritual kind of lane.
Could be a retreat, right?
Yeah.
How about brain games?
Yeah. When you said specializing, I thought like even for a doctor, and this is like in a fun loving, not a serious kind of way, but even just like, you know, that operation game.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Even something like that, where
right.
even if it is like lighthearted, just something that's involved with their interest or whatever they specialize in.
You know those mystery suppers? Mystery suppers, you ever heard of those?
When they're trying to figure out who was
the
who
clues.
done it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that would be fun. Because 7s, they don't mind going out. They're just not going to do it every night by any means. Anything to do with metaphysical, tarot, crystals. And it could be religion. I mean, it could be the religion cards. It could be, you know, candles that they burn on certain times. Now the 7's
just hard though.
So 7's the clothing too. That doesn't matter to them.
No,
it's all about comfort. It's all about making sure that they're just plain comfortable. And yeah, I think the biggest thing is books.
Yeah.
Any book is going to that involves thinking and digging a little bit deeper. It's going to intrigue them. Now, how about a numerology reading?
Yeah.
How
something
about
with self-exploration? Definitely.
Yes, they would find that very interesting.
Because I think 7 knows that there is a much bigger world inside of ourselves than we recognize. And as long as 7 is pointed in the right direction, they're going to find it. They're going to explore that way. When I said that, I just thought of like Hinduism and Buddhism, how with them, it's more imagination and seeing the world inside, and it's a greater world, a more beautiful world. So things like numerology readings, astrology, things like that allow a person to really dig. How
about yoga? This is another one that would be very good with yoga and trying to learn it on a more in-depth, because they don't just go do the class. A 7 goes in and wants to know why their positions the way they are and why the breathing, you know, they go into it a lot deeper than most people. Yeah, that would be good. They're not physical. This is not a physical energy. This is a mental. This is all about being up here. So nothing, you don't want to give them the gym membership or anything like that, because it won't get used.
Yeah.
All right. How about number 8? And that would be on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th.
Lovely number 8.
This is Adrianna's birthday, so she has a little bit of 8 in her. Quite a bit.
And this is really helpful because it helps me to understand the ways in which I've been disappointed in my birthday. Because now I'm thinking about the energy and what 8 might like to receive, and I'm like, oh, that's what.
right.
But 8 is similar to 1, so it's very aggressive and self-driven, and but it's not all about the self though. I think 8 is the outpour. So once I've fulfilled myself, now I'm able to pour out. But 8 screams abundance, flashy success. Like I want to look like money, smell like money, feel like money.
That's right. You're right. You're a business person through and through. It doesn't matter if you're at the football game with your niece, or if you're walking down the halls of some big corporate building, you're gonna carry yourself like a business person,
Mhm.
definitely.
So with 8, I think flashy clothes. And I've said this before, but it just always rings true to me. Like 8 likes to show off their body. They like to feel, they like, 8 is that person that's going to want to look physically fit, and they want the whole world to know I'm physically fit. So if it's a guy, they're probably wearing the tight muscle shirts, and if it's a woman, the tight body con dresses. And 8 likes, they just like to look firm.
Well, 8 is a lot like 1, right? It's right. Although 1 is very about self, where 8 has come to the realization to get to the highest point, they need the people around them to help them get up, but they still are very driven. They're motivated, and they carry themselves as with that energy. So when the 8 walks through the door, you know that they're the leader. That's what they do. That's what they are. It's wonderful. I mean, we need those people, right? They're the ones that drive the businesses and gets them going and gets them moving, and helps us all work underneath them. So they like jewelry, don't they?
Yeah.
Nice jewelry. They like perfume. Nice perfume. They drive nice cars, and they want those cars clean. So you could always get detailing for them. That's a good gift to sweaters, cashmere, or silk, or anything that, again, shows off luxury.
Yeah.
Always when you think of luxury. Fine
But
dining.
with 8, there is definitely that aspect of it is the thought that counts, but it's like, how well do you know me?
Yeah.
So how I said 8 is like that outpour, and you're saying pretty much the same thing, where 1 is about achieving, but 8 knows to get to that next level, you got to have the people around you.
Right.
So 8 will do a lot of like working for the sake of everyone around you. It's not so much personal ambition. They are personally driven, but they're driven to raise up everything around them, everyone around them. So with 8, I think a gift that's like jewelry or something like that, but with the words, I see you've been working so hard,
Yes.
Thank you for all that you've done. Here's this gift. And it's not just a little homemade trinket. It's something that's really like, I recognize your work. I recognize your effort. I recognize what you're doing.
Right. It could be a spa day. That would be good for them, because they don't unwind. A lot of times 8s don't slow down like the 1s. So sometimes they get in trouble with their health because of that work mentality.
Yeah.
Fancy shoes.
Yeah.
Really nice looking shoes. Click, click, click. I can hear the high heels going down the hallway. And the men with their really nice shoes.
I remember being a kid, and every time Christmas would come around, and my birthday's right after Christmas, so my gifts would either come at one time or they'd be staggered. And I got to like the age of 7, and suddenly my gifts are expensive. So like when they're asking me, what do I want? I don't know the prices of a thing. So I'm like, I'll say something, and they're like, you would choose the most expensive thing. And it's not that I'm trying to, it's I'm just drawn to, I like these things.
You like nice things. That's who you are. So don't beat yourself up about that.
No, I just recognize it.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, so with 8, I think there is, how some people, they'll plan a gift, they'll start it. If your birthday is at the end of the year, they'll start planning it at the beginning of the year and putting money aside, like for a trip or something, or I'm going to get her this gift, let me put $5 aside or something.
Yeah.
I think 8, the kind of gift that would really like hit for 8 is something that does take a bit more planning, a bit more.
Yeah, I can see
effort.
that.
Yeah, just because it may be more expensive.
Right. But again, you're taking the time, you're taking the time to show them how much you care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm. Now, I suspect that they entertain a lot for business. So they need to find wine glasses and things of that nature, things that you would put out, the cheese and stuff that you put out on the, as you can tell, I don't have much 8 energy. I throw out the block of cheese with a knife. Here you go, guys. Help yourself. But they wouldn't. They want, that cut crystal or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Something that looks really elegant. Yeah. Yeah.
They
Eights
just want, they want to know that you see their worth.
Yes.
And
we should, because they
Mhm.
work hard.
Mm-hmm.
8 energy is, like I said, they're driven. They want to succeed, and they more than likely will. And they go through a lot of tests in life, but they just keep on chugging. They keep on going. They're such an inspiration for us if we would just sit back and watch them and explore them more. Some people are threatened by them because they are so strong. There's such a strong energy behind it.
So when we first met, I always said, every time we talk about 8, because it hit it on the money, you said 8 needs encouragement. They need a cheerleader. They need someone who's going to say, hey, I recognize this in you. Because I think with people being maybe off-put by the level of aggression or the drivenness in an 8, it kind of, for that person, would make them shell in a little bit or second guess themselves. And to just have somebody who's like, you know what, you're doing a great thing in this. I see what you're doing. Keep going in that way. You're hitting that on the money. Yeah. That's in and of itself, just that encouragement aspect. That's a great gift.
Yeah.
So on this gift giving podcast, I'd like to say, in this last year, you have been one of the greatest gifts.
Oh, you are so sweet. Oh, we've had so much fun. Thank you, Adriana. That's a very kind thing to say. Thank you, because you're going to go somewhere, and I'm going to be right behind you, pushing you all the way, giving you the encouragement. Yes. Oh, that was lovely. All right, so let's go to number 9, the 9th and the 18th and the 27th. And what is the 9?
The 9 is all about the heart.
Yeah.
It is all about relationships too. Teaching and growing and closing doors. 9 is, all about evolution.
Yeah, well, it is. It's the last number that we study. It contains all the energies of all the numbers. If we add it all up, 1 + 2 + 3 up to 8, we get 36. 3 + 6 is 9. So it's really a very powerful number.
It's that boulder at the top of the mountain.
Yes.
Like, am I going to go back this way? Am I going to go forward that way?
That's right. Yeah. Yes, but it's humanitarian by rights. It thinks about the world. It wants when you think about the 9, you think about, maybe it's a book about international. If you know this person, you probably have some triggers of where they're very interested in studying, because they like international. We can't afford to send people internationally, but we can through books.
Yeah. So what came to my mind was, the people that'll have
That's
like
Becky, for all of you who are watching and listening. We love her. She says it's time for her mom to get off so that she can go outside. She usually lets us know.
Yeah, she's like, I need attention now. Sorry.
I'm
but
sorry.
The people that have like their coffee tables, they're very beautifully laid out. They'll have a book on there. But then there's some people that have cultural books on their tables.
Yes, right.
And that's what they use for the color and the pop. But I think that would be really nice for 9.
Yeah, I agree. They're the ones who read the National Geographics and the those magazines that come out, right? They're very interested in and third worlds and how they can help the world itself. So I think a really nice gift for a 9 is to donate money to a charity in their name. The other thing that you could do is, the Christmas trees that they have with little tags on them for the children that can't afford, is to buy for that child and let the number 9 person know that that's what you did in their honor. That would be very worthy for them.
Even because 9 is also, that person is probably, they're more likely to be involved in volunteer work, or even start their own kind of, what are they called, nonprofits. So even just like supplies that would help.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're all about, they want to raise up the vibrations overall, but they do like to know that they have this sense of community around them. So 9 can either feel real lonely in that I'm the only one who thinks this way, I'm the only one who does this, I'm the only one who has my heart. But then they can also be surrounded by people, very group loving, but they need to know we're like-minded or like-spirited. So even if it's just like, hey, I see you're working in this pantry, here's 7,000 sandwich bags so that you don't have to buy them.
Yes, most definitely. Yes. Now, a lot of times with 9 too, the past gets swung around, right? It's all about looking at past lives, past events, antiques.
Yeah.
Something old, something with almost cultural, like you said.
Yeah, something with character.
Yeah.
So when you said antiques, I'm thinking like ancient, like Roman statue kind of things.
Yeah. It's all going to be what the person, you're going to know this person a little bit. So you're going to know where their interest lies. But it's always fun to talk with a 9 because they almost always have a country or something that they're very interested. They're pulled towards to investigate. Anything
something
that's
vintage.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and it's a spiritual number. So again, this goes back to numerology readings, astrology, tarot, anything that's going to pull them into themselves to help so that they can help the world.
Yes. And I agree with that.
Green trade, right? Fair trade, anything that you buy, if you buy them a gift, you want to make sure that it's green or it's fair trade or
locally sourced.
Local, yes, that you're helping out somebody. It's always about the gift is giving that you're helping the other person. That's what
the gift that keeps on giving.
There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yes. Yeah. You have anything else to say about 7, 8, or 9?
No, just that they're the best group of numbers.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I'm gonna go back and watch these so I can say, because when we do these, a lot of times we get in our heads and I don't always remember everything that I was saying. So
I just remember the feelings of what I had.
That's what we have to connect to. Yeah, so happy holidays to everybody. Gift giving days. I have my numerology calendars here. This will explain the personal year. We have 1 through 9. You can go on my website to determine what personal year you're in. There's a calculator on the product page. This will describe the 7 month in January. They're all different. I wrote 108 different entries for these calendars. These are the personal day energies. And the personal day energies are what really start to connect you to the energies that are working with you and they're kind of challenging you. And then if I come to my, and this is Mercury retrograde, because we all need to know when Mercury is working around us. Yeah. So you can get those on my website. You can order them right there. You can order readings. I have gift bundles. I have gift cards. This is a perfect gift for somebody. you're just going to help them out so much. This will go on for 12 months and it's just going to start showing them how the energy works in people's lives. It's so much fun. And then once you get the calendars, I have what we call the Secret Society, Numerology Secret Society. And it's really a calendar group. And we get together once a month. We discuss the previous month on how the energy worked with you and what's going to come forward, how this next month is going to work within your energy. A lot of fun. We have 2 to 5 people in the class, and that's usually friends, family, whatever. You know, it's just a get together, right? You get to meet people, you get to not meet people, you get to get closer to the people that you love. You learn them on a different, whole new level, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for where we
Even-
are, where we started in February with you to where we are now, you and I are just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
been
so
fun.
much fun. And you know, it's just a nice togetherness. So anyway, happy holidays to everybody. Stop at my website, Healing Numbers 22, and get those gifts out. Adrianna, thank you very much for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right.